Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon. Welcome to your Angel Weekly reading. Is your intuition correct? So we are basically going to dive into a variety of different messages here today. This is one of the general readings that I offer on my channel. So really it can be about anything, just your life in general. It's not specifically themed or tied to another person. So anyways, you guys, just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. All the decks I'll be using here today will be listed in the description box down below, as well as this beautiful organite here. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to use these cards as little markers just to kind of see, the guidance of this reading here today, creating an outline. So we're going to get, what is your intuition correct about? So yes, you are correct. What is your intuition correct about? You have listened to your inner guidance and made a wise choice. Keep moving forward. So what is this energy all about? Let's take a look. How has your intuition been correct? What is spirit? What are your spirit guides, your angels wanting to confirm for you that you are correct? Okay, so we have something about a child. So that could be a million different things. But is this going to be something involving your child? This could be something where you're wanting to start something. You're wanting to start a new enterprise, a new creative project. You're wanting to start fresh, start new. It may even be, yes, you're correct. There's something about maybe your childhood or your inner child that needs to be addressed at this particular time. Maybe somebody's too immature. Maybe somebody is not aware of themselves. Again, just take what resonates. But let's see what this is about. What is this child energy about? We have the Hermit. Somebody needs more time. I just got that for you. Somebody needs more time. So if this is about a particular person, I'm getting here, you are correct. They're unaware of themselves. They need more soul searching. They need more time to grow. They need more time to heal. So something just, I feel, is not ready when it comes to a particular person. If this is about your child, I feel like your child will grow out of something. And if this is a new project, it is going to take time. It's a great time to start something, but don't expect that it will just kind of, everything will come together overnight. It may take some time and dedication and hard work on your part in order to get something going here. So just take that if it resonates for you guys. The Hermit is also connected with the sign of Virgo. All right, let's go ahead and see what else. What else are we correct about? What else is our intuition correct about? We have Neptune, the Hanged Man. This can be connected to the sign of Pisces, okay? But it says inspiration, illusion, spirituality, intuition, psychic ability, fantasy, dreams, disillusion, enlightenment. But the Hanged Man on its own, you guys, means that you are enlightened about something. You are correct about something. So let's just see what this is about. What are you correct about? Okay, it might be that you are correct when it comes to a person. You guys might not be in alignment right now. It doesn't mean that this has to be the absolute wrong person for you, but it just may be it's not the right time. There are issues in this connection. There's something that is not in balance. There is discord. Obviously, you guys are misaligned when it comes to your values. They're making certain choices that are not aligning with what you really want. So instead of kind of deluding yourself into thinking, or even like putting your life on hold and waiting for this person to change, your intuition is correct that the best thing that you could possibly do is move forward for yourself and keep living your life. Maybe start fresh, start new, disconnect from this person, maybe put it on hold for a while. But whatever it is, we have the opportunity, we have the free will in this life to make a choice. And that choice should include taking care of us. Because I feel like, especially if this entire message is connected, especially to the first one, somebody might just be too immature, or they might be unaware of themselves. And it's going to take some time for them to change. You certainly don't want to put your life on hold and wait for them to change. They're going to evolve in their own time. But if your intuition is correct that, you know what, you need to leave something behind right now, you need to move on, you need to stop kind of thinking about someone, I feel like, yes, your intuition is correct about that person or that situation or that choice, because something could be a little bit of a waste of your time right now because you're just not aligned. All right, let's see what else. What else is our intuition correct about? Okay, so we have the unconditional love card. It doesn't mean that you guys are not connected to this person. Might be the right person, wrong time. So you've got to find a way to be able to still, still move forward with your life, even though you might still have love for this person, even though they are very special to you. And just because you're deciding to make a choice for you to take care of yourself and move on with your life doesn't mean that the love changes, doesn't mean that you'll forget about them or that they'll forget about you. It just may be a timing issue, you guys. It may be a timing issue. Yeah, we have the Eight of Wands. We've got to move forward. So that's what the Spirit's saying. We have to move past this right now. We do. We have to move past this. If things are meant to be with somebody, you know what? Fate will see it, that the two of you guys will come together and align when the time is right. But I'm getting here right now. It just seems like something is just not happening the way that we want it to. So let this person go with love in your heart. Forgive this person. This could be a family member, a friend, you know, somebody in your life. But I feel like it is definitely connected to a person that is childlike, that may need you to just let go of them for a while, so that way they can figure out who they are on their own. This could actually be a child. This is about letting a child go, letting a child, you know, go off into the world and find themselves. We don't want to let them because we're afraid, but we have to let them experience life. So there is a very parent-child dynamic here. And that could even be about like a lover too. We feel like we want to save this person. We feel like we don't want to let go. We don't want to lose them, but we're going to lose them anyways. The tighter that we hang on and we don't let them figure things out on their own. So our intuition is correct when it comes to let somebody go with love in your heart. And if they return, you know, then that's what's meant to be. So it's very beautiful. All right, you guys. So now we're going to go into the energy here of increase your knowledge. So in what areas are you being guided to increase your spiritual gifts and knowledge? Let's take a look at this. In what areas are you being guided to increase your spiritual gifts and knowledge? Let's look at this. We have mediumship. So some of you guys are psychic. Some of you guys have psychic gifts. I mean, we all have psychic gifts, but the thing is, this is about the ability to connect with people that may be on the other side. So maybe some of you guys have been thinking about taking a mediumship course, or just getting in contact, you know, meditating, you know, connecting with certain spirits, things like that. Maybe you're receiving signs. So Spirit's saying that some of you have a knack for this and you need to increase your knowledge in this department, whether that be taking a class, or maybe that could be working with a specific teacher, or even a medium, or practicing certain things that sharpen these skills. There's definitely something that you're, you know, meant to do, or meant to look into, at least at this particular time. You could be already experiencing these things, but maybe you're afraid, or you don't know what to do moving forward. And we have the Empress, somebody's mother. Somebody's mother could be on the other side. Somebody's child, because we did just get this child. I feel like some of you guys are communicating with a child that you lost. Somebody's child, or somebody you lost in childhood friend, family member, something like that. Somebody lost somebody. But I feel there's parent-child here, parent-child energy, family. Definitely family, somebody that lost somebody in their family, their departed loved one. You are speaking to this person on the other side. They're bringing you gifts. And I'm getting here that these gifts could be things that involve, you know, either like coins, or things in nature, feathers, certain like insects, things like that. And it is this particular spirit, departed loved one on the other side, that is communicating with you. So you're being communicated with. And so this is something that, if you are interested in sharpening those skills, Spirit's saying definitely look into that. Absolutely nurture this. And remember, it was like something isn't going to happen overnight. Some things take time. You're not going to be a professional right off the bat. This might not even be something that you want to do professionally. It might just be a gift for you to explore. So definitely look into that if you are interested, or you're wanting to kind of advance your skill in that area. All right, let's see what else. We have listened to your intuitive feelings. So definitely you're an intuitive. You're an intuitive person, maybe even an empath. It says your body is receiving accurate messages from the divine. So you're feeling things. You're feeling a certain way. You're empathic. You're very sensitive. You're a sensitive individual. You sense the change in the atmosphere or the mood in the room. You walk into a place, you feel things. You might hold certain crystals or items and feel things, sense things. So So you're very sensitive. You're a very sensitive soul. So you do have to, make sure that you are careful, because you're absorbing things like a sponge. So maybe some of you guys are being guided right now to take some courses or do some research or educate yourself on ways that you can protect your energy, where you can cleanse your energy, things like that. Okay. Everybody, I feel, finds different things that they're meant to find when they go out with that information. So I definitely encourage you to do that. Yeah, there's something about cutting cords, cutting energy, cutting vampiric people. This is the devil. The devil is all about things that are connected to you, cords that are connected to you, energies, energy vampires that are trying to attach to you. People like this are attracted. So it's like narcissists are really attracted to empaths, Your giving people are naturally, unfortunately, going to attract people that want to take from them. But I always feel like there's something for us to learn in all of that. I don't feel like we're victims every single time. I feel like sometimes there's a great lesson in it when it comes to taking care of yourself, not being a yes person all the time, actually telling somebody no or to fuck off or whatever. It is about finding your true voice. It is about detaching from this. I'm a spiritual person. I have to be of love and light. I have to be kind all the time. Bullshit. No, you don't. So there is definitely this energy where we have to find our boundaries. We have to also be a stand-up person and be honest and tell people no sometimes. Being a yes person to everybody isn't going to help them. This includes friends and family. Lending someone money all the time or constantly rescuing them, it's not going to help them. It's only going to enable them to continue to just keep fucking up over and over and over again. So it's like we need to detach from maybe our own ego, where we want to be this great person and we want to help everybody. We have to figure out where that's coming from. So we need to also listen to our own needs. And if we're feeling agitated or if we're feeling just completely, like we're going, like we're overwhelmed, I guess, that feeling of being overwhelmed, we have to listen to that, because that just means that we're taking on too much or we're doing things for too many people. So I feel like what Spirit's saying is increase our knowledge in this department. Being a spiritual person doesn't mean that you're a freaking doormat. Being a spiritual person doesn't mean that you do things for free. Being a spiritual person doesn't mean that you have to be kind and loving to every person that comes your way, because sometimes there are people that are very, very dark in nature. We're talking about their souls, and they're looking to basically harm you. And so you need to pay attention that sometimes being the nice person isn't always going to be the answer. So this is about getting comfortable, being balanced in that department, educating yourself with, maybe mental things like mental health, psychology, things like that, studying the psychology of people, but then also, being spiritual and balancing those two, knowing that you can be both, knowing to have all of those tools at the same time in your tool bag is really going to help you in life to discern who stays, who goes, who you want to work with, and who you don't want to even spend any time with. So it'll only help you to be a better, more rounded, stronger spiritual person, especially if you're an empath and you're just a nice, kind, giving person. Okay? So I know that was kind of an in-your-face, like, raw message, but I feel like Spirit really wanted to bring that message through to some of you guys that have a hard time saying no, or are dealing with people that just take and they never give you shit back. Because I love it. I love doing this, especially when somebody pushes me. I'm only kind to a point, but man, if you just keep doing this, you're gonna get that. So just watch out. Watch out. All right, what else? We have throat chakra. Love it. That is about using your voice. And I do realize too, and it's funny because it's like I'm kind of tapping into, some of my more Queen of Swords energy right now. And I know that that's not always, appropriate. And I know that there are times that it is. What you say, especially if you have a platform. I do have a platform. And I think that I used to say a lot of things a long time ago that I really didn't think about. I actually had somebody bring this up to me just recently in a comment. It was very kind, by the way. I didn't take it as any kind of attack, but they were letting me know that there were things that I had said in the past that were very detrimental, and that they were afraid that the things that I was saying were actually going to be creating issues for me later. And a lot of things that I did say, a lot of the thoughts that I had, which were just thoughts and feelings at the time, and I've cleared a lot of those things. I do have some regrets, things that I wish that I could take back, but I cannot. So our throat chakra, when it is open and we are communicating and where we're saying things and how we're saying things, we have to be mindful of, how we might be influencing people. We can't control how people are going to take things. Sometimes it is not our issue if somebody takes something that we are saying and they take it personally because they're looking at it or hearing it through the lens of their own trauma. We can't be responsible for all of that. But we know when we are sharing information or saying certain things that could be hurtful, that could be damaging. But we are not responsible for every single person out there, so we can't take that all on ourselves either, but we do need to be mindful. And so I feel like this is what we have got here. It says the angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. It's like, yeah, I'm a kind of person where I like to put a little, passion behind those words, just like dominance, strong, courageous. Yeah. Right. But I realize that not everybody has that desire or ability, or sometimes people, they don't even need to get that to get their point across. I've met certain people in the world that are just so gentle and just so like, but that they mean business. They don't need to be in your face, right? That's some kind of art I'm still learning, less is more kind of thing sometimes, right? So I just feel like there is maybe something that you guys either want to say, or something that you guys are being encouraged to communicate or to share with other people, or being authentic with your communication with someone. And you're being asked to be balanced in that. Sometimes less is more. Sometimes we don't always need to say what we're thinking. Sometimes people don't need to hear those things. Sometimes those are things just for us. Sometimes that's just a conversation between you and your creator. We don't always need to be heard by an actual person. And to be quite honest, sometimes people don't care. They don't want to hear. You say things that falls on deaf ears. So sometimes we learn in life that, we may want to tell other people things or share other people like, hey, you should do this, you should do that. But sometimes pulling back and saying nothing is more meaningful. Being an example to people can sometimes be more meaningful than telling people. So there's an art form here, is what Spirit's saying here. There's an art form that we learn as we become older, as we age, as we become more wise. We realize less is more. But we do need to be authentic with our voice, though, with the Emperor, which means that if we have something to say and we do trust your intuitive feelings. If you feel like you do need to have a conversation with someone, or you do need to kind of lay down the law, and you do need to tell someone, hey, because not everybody is comfortable just, like cutting something off and not speaking to someone. I feel like there are appropriate times where if you're dealing with somebody who's extremely toxic, who's trying to suck you back in, play games with you, mind fuck you, gaslight you, you might need to just cut that person off and just be done with them and never speak to them again, block their number, all that stuff. But the majority of people, you can have a conversation with them, and you can try to tell them, hey, you know what? I just don't think this is working. I just think that, the truth is better than being dishonest. Sometimes that will blow up in your face because the other person can't handle it, but at least you will know, hey, I put the truth out there. My conscience is clear, and I feel good that I basically was honest and I told this person. And so, but what I do want to say, because my mind is always going back and forth, it's like the ADHD in me. It's just like, I go, but yeah, but this, but that, but this. That's true to a point. Everything in balance, you guys, because I feel like sometimes the truth sets you free, but it doesn't set other people free. So be discerning when it comes to your truth. Does somebody need to know every exact detail? Sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes the truth is appropriate. And I know that that's one of the 12 steps. I forget which one it is, but it's just like, it's about being truthful or making amends only when it's like safe, or it's doesn't hurt other people or something. We do need to know when to speak our truth and what to say and what's going to be hurtful. Are we doing it to release ourselves, or are we really doing it because that's what the right thing is to do? So I just feel like there's a message here about being truthful, but also being mindful when to speak less or when to speak up. Hope that makes sense. I know it was a little confusing. Sorry, my ADHD got in the way. All right, you guys. So in what areas are you being guided to increase your spiritual gifts and knowledge? Use your voice, use it wisely, tap into some mediumship, maybe courses or learning things about mediumship, and then also protecting your energy because you could be a sensitive empath. All right. So now we're going to go into the energies here of what has been a blessing in disguise in your life. Let's look. What has been a blessing in disguise? So this could be terrible things that have happened that turned out to be a blessing in disguise. I like that. Dark and light, balanced state of mind, discernment and boundaries, speaking your truth and facing your fears. Wow. Sometimes when we make mistakes, you guys, it is a blessing in disguise. We might just be pissed like, oh, I wish I didn't say that. I wish I didn't do that. I wish I didn't give that person another chance. I wish that I wouldn't have made that decision. But now that everything is said, all said, done, and over with, it is what it is kind of thing. It actually is a blessing in disguise because maybe had that not happened, you wouldn't have done it otherwise. Let's just say someone ended up hurting you, showing their true colors to you, like walked away from you, cut things off with you. But now you realize, hey, you know what? That person wasn't good for me anyways, or that person obviously was not on the same page as me. So it's a good thing that happened. Even though it hurts, I'm glad that it did because now I don't have to deal with that inauthentic relationship or connection any longer. You know, sometimes when, let's just say we lose our jobs, we get fired, or there's a bill that comes up and we're struggling. So many things that we tap into our resources to make things happen. It ends up being a blessing in disguise. Things that we didn't think that we could do before, we find the strength in crisis. That's a blessing in disguise. So I feel like we're able to take a dark situation, a troublesome situation, and turn it into a positive. Oh, I love that so much. 2. Yep, it's a challenge. Some kind of, it's kind of like if you're not challenged, like you're not really being pushed. You're not really being pushed. If there's not drama, sometimes we're not really living. It doesn't mean we want to be in drama, but sometimes life has to get kind of hot in order for us to be motivated to change things around. Like, hey, I don't like this. So now I'm motivated. I have this firecracker under my ass that's telling me I need to change things. There it is. And then we have the high priestess. Look at this. Less is more. Intuition is key. Keeping to yourself. Yes. If you guys got involved in a situation where you got involved, right? You stuck your nose into somebody else's business. Somebody sucked you in. God, you guys, I've had that happen to me so many times. Hook, line, and sinker, the empath that I am. I want to help everybody. Oh, the people will come out of the woodworks that like to triangulate you and use you to do their dirty work. And I've fallen for it time and time again. And you think it's innocent. Like, I'm having a problem with this person. I can't speak to them. Is there any way that you can talk to them for me? Yeah. And then somehow, for whatever reason, you end up being the bad guy in the end because you are hearing everyone's side and you're just basically sharing the information. And somehow these two people that are fucked up to begin with, that can't talk and that are using you as the in-between guy, come together and then turn everything around on you. I'm telling you, this has happened to me many, many times in my life. And what I realize, instead of going, I'm such a victim, no, I go, hey, less is more, not getting involved. The answer is no. I'm keeping to myself. I'm staying out of this one. No thanks. No thanks. I'm not taking the bait. No thanks. You also have this happen when people are complaining about things and you're a fixer. You want to help them and they're asking for your advice. And then let's just say they don't take it or whatever. And then you're irritated that they just keep making the same mistakes over and over again. How about not be that person that is the therapist or the friend that's always having to listen to the crap over and over and over again. This is about setting boundaries. This is about being less available for people. So if people have fallen away from your life, or people have blamed you, or they're projecting onto you because they're drama and you don't want to be involved and you're just not wanting to do this anymore, look at that as a blessing in disguise, because you have an opportunity now to experience peace rather than drama. So let's just say you have less friends, you have less of a social circle. This is about you being okay with that energy and going, hey, you know what? I'd rather have less drama and peace in my life than have all of this drama and feel like, I'm just getting torn this way or torn that way. Whatever has happened here has been a blessing in disguise, and it's an opportunity for you to learn something about yourself. And to be honest, I always thought that everybody had to be involved. You had to do this, you had to do that. When someone came to you with a problem, you had to fix it. You had to, that's just always been who I've been. But I am learning as time goes on. Less is more. Less is more. This is who I really am to the core, the Five of Wands. I am in it. I am here to back you up. Oh man, you're going to war. I'm coming with you. I'm the ride or die friend. But is that really, at the end of the day, is that really what's necessary? No. Sometimes people have to fight battles on their own. Sometimes people, I've noticed, they will use you in order to react for them. They'll transfer the energy onto you, and if you take it, that's on you. You're the empath. You suck it up. You take it on. You react, and then they're like, "Wait a second, I don't like the outcome, so now I'm upset at you." So I'm laughing because these things just naturally happen sometimes when we're fighting other people's battles, and we have good intentions. We're not. It's not really coming from a place that we're trying to hurt anyone, but it is a dysfunctional place actually. And so when the more that we learn, the more we realize that, hey, you know what? We can be balanced. We can be there for people, but we don't have to completely take on everything and try to fix everything for them. That doesn't help either. So it's about being balanced in that department. I hope that makes sense. So Spirit uses this particular reading, these types of readings, it's like I can be a little bit more involved in it instead of the love readings. So I do tend to kind of implement myself a lot in these readings, but I've heard from some of you guys you really enjoy that because you feel like you can kind of identify and resonate with somebody else that has gone through certain things. So hopefully, that's making sense. All right, you guys. So what self-care techniques can you start implementing into your routine? All right. This is a little handy deck that I created a long time ago. It's one of my favorites, actually. It's called Shift Your Vibes. So it's a deck where you just get certain suggestions on things that you can do to shift your vibe up. Especially if you're feeling just kind of crappy down, just kind of blah. Ooh, we have Smooth Sailing, Fly a Kite. When's the last time you flew a kite? I just got Mary Poppins, Let's Go Fly a Kite. Oh, I love that movie. Things are getting really blurry here right now, so I'm going to go ahead and take that away because I feel like maybe that is taking away some of the focus, or the light just came through really bad here, so it's just like kind of blurring it out. I apologize. But anyways, that's what we have. Fly a kite. Maybe connect with your inner child, do something, tap into some kind of kid like childhood thing that you used to do. This will certainly uplift you. So that's what Spirit is saying here. Do something that's going to be uplifting. Do something like fly a kite, something you would have done when you were a kid, and just take the time to just watch that kite just flow, and just let yourself be enchanted like a child. Will do wonders. Yeah, it'll bring happiness. It'll bring positivity. So this is about doing things that are positive and fun. Doing things that are actually just for fun, period. It's just fun. Yeah, I think I got to take that candle away because for whatever reason, it's just like making it super blurry here. I'm going to be actually switching rooms tomorrow, so I'm hoping not to have a lot of these light issues that I'm having in this particular room. So anyways, but yeah, the sun, of course, is about positivity. It's about optimism. It's about good times. It's also, to me, connected to children. So it's about being a child, maybe even spending time with your children if you have children, or spending time with children, especially if you feel like you like spending time with kids. Do these things. Get out. Definitely get outside, though, for sure. She's about ready to go surfing. She's outdoors in her bikini. And then we have the outdoors here. So get outdoors. This will really help to shift your vibration. This will be good for your self-care. Ooh, we have movie night. So, of course, it's about staying in. Maybe have a movie night. I want to have a movie night, but I want to have a scary movie night. Oh yeah. I want to make some haunted popcorn, like some creepy popcorn balls, and do all kinds of fun stuff, and then just have it, themed, the horror movie night something or whatever. I just thought it would be a lot of fun. So that's something that maybe you would do with some girlfriends. You get together and have a scary movie night. Get scared, watch a scary movie. It doesn't have to be a scary movie though, because I know not everybody likes scary movies, but that just always makes me feel like a kid in a candy store. Scary movie with popcorn and candy. All right, let's see what else. Yeah, look at that. 6 of Cups in the Sun. Oh, childhood. Yeah. Maybe call somebody up from your past, like somebody that you've been thinking about a lot. Chances are they're going to say, oh God, I was just thinking about you. There you go. That's the connection. So contact somebody. Do something childlike though with the 6 of Cups. Do things that you used to like to do. So that's what it is. Whatever you guys have been not partaking in because you've gotten so busy with your adult life or just your responsibilities, Spirit is saying it's time for you to shift and to do something different. Do something that you used to really enjoy or love doing, and start implementing these things into your routine, because these things will definitely shift your vibe, raise your vibration, and cause you to feel a lot happier and lighter. So we're being asked to do that this week for sure. I love it. Maybe even watch some old flicks, movies from your past, movies from your childhood, whatever era you're from. Like, I'm an 80s kid. Oh boy, do I just love the 80s. I love to watch movies like 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, Weird Science. Oh my God, it just takes me back to that era. I freaking love it. And what it does is it always uplifts my mood. It always makes me feel good, especially all the movies like Oingo Boingo and Weird Science. It just takes me back. Or, the Don't You Forget About Me song, and The Breakfast Club, and, all the 16 Candles songs. It's just, it just, all of it. It brings you back, and it reminds you of who you really are. It reconnects you with your true self. So that's why it's positive to do that. All right, you guys, now we're going to go ahead and end this reading with how will love thrive in your life once again. So whether it's romantic love or just love for yourself, love of life, love with friends, family, how will love thrive in your life once again? Okay, we have catfish. What I'm getting here is, it's not saying don't go online and don't meet people online, but really don't invest too much time in situations where people don't want to meet up and people that don't want to actually move forward. It's a waste of time. So if you've been connecting with someone, and this is just an example, you've been connecting with somebody online for like a year or 6 months, and they haven't moved towards meeting or even FaceTiming or whatever. There's something there. There's an issue. There's something that's not right. All is not what it seems. Don't waste your time on people that aren't going to match their words and actions together. Don't let people hook you and not deliver. So this is how you're going to thrive in your love life once again, is no longer casting your line into pools or ponds of just basically bullshit fish that just aren't really looking to do anything but waste your time. So that goes for just anything. People that don't deliver, people that say things but never deliver. You don't have time for it. Don't waste your time on it any longer. Don't waste your time on it any longer. You can still have those people in your life. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking of one person in particular. Love them. But I don't rely on anything. Plans, when they say things, it's just fluff. It doesn't mean shit because they don't follow through with it. So you know what I do? I don't invest in it anymore. I'm no longer heartbroken and disappointed. I make other plans. I don't wait around. I just don't invest in it anymore. So I've learned how to take care of myself with people that they have to remain in my life, but they just do this, and it's just who they are, and I can't change them, but I can certainly change the way that I deal with it. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. exactly what Spirit's saying here. Instead of getting hung up on these people, instead of getting stuck on, well, they need to do this and you need to stop doing this. And yeah, you can have all those conversations, but is this person really going to change? Not, believe me, I've had a million conversations. Well, maybe not a million, but a lot with this person. They ain't going to change. Okay. They are who they are. It pisses me off to no end, but they're just who they are. So I have to learn how to take care of myself in that situation, which is no longer taking the bait, no longer getting stuck or hung up on what they're saying, continuing to move forward with my day, not counting that they're going to come through because they never do. So it's all good now. I don't feel stuck anymore. I don't feel hung up on their crap. I just live my life. I just continue. So I feel like if there's somebody in your life, you guys, where you're kind of getting hung up on their behavior, hung up on their words, empty promises, or whatever, you're always getting stood up, or they're just changing things last minute and it's making you feel haywire all over the place, you can do something. Take that freaking hook, take it off of that fish and throw it back in the pond, and just don't go fishing in that pond any longer. So that's how love is going to thrive in your life once again, is when you love yourself enough to say, hey, you know what? I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with this shit. And we have arrows of love are coming your way. So what you do is when you're no longer fishing in these swampy waters and things are clear now, your energy is clear, you're no longer hung up or stuck on something that's not working, something that's not a match, whatever, then we've got this Cupid energy, which is your frequency, your vibration is very clear, it's unmuddled, and it's now attracting more, people that are more in alignment with who you are, which are bullseye. There you go, the Six of Flames, Six of Wands. So yes, there's victory in throwing that fish back and no longer getting hung up or stuck on somebody's BS, and really clearing this energy so that way the right person or the right people can connect with you. So that seems to be the answer this week. You've got to do this for yourself. You've got to clear this frequency because right now it's jammed. And until it becomes unjammed or unmuddled, it's like you're not going to be clear to bring in someone that is right for you. So that's what I have for you, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed these messages. I know I got a little all over the place in certain areas, but hey, if you like my channel and you like the messages, then hopefully you're okay with it. Anyways, you guys, you take care of yourselves. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.